Have the Paradise Wardens grown stronger? Or rather, has my projection become weaker because of you? I didn't expect them to be such a big trouble. I should have limited their number had I known better. You can control these monsters. Of course not. These guys are part of the city, and they're only put to use under certain circumstances, like janitors. You saw disturbances in Red's memory, and that's because Moriarty took over their access permissions and caused the disturbances. As I said, they're my copy and they share some of the characteristics with projections. They're still unlike you or Moriarty, though. So are these memories real? They only forgot the present. Vita replied with an enigmatic smile. Just when she tried to ask something, an unexpected voice cut in. Have you missed me? Red and Violet. Vita, stay away from the outsider. She's dangerous. Wait, Red. Vita doesn't seem quite herself. Vita, why are you here? Did you notice the anomalies in phosphorus and come to help us? Yeah, I came to help, but it's not exactly what you think. I came back to deal with Moriarty. Vita, is there a misunderstanding? Moriarty does have his own agenda, but he did bring us a solution to end the disaster. You mean the Paradise Wardens behind you? Unfortunately, they're now my target. Innocent kids, did it occur to you, using power you cannot control can seriously backfire? How can you be sure Moriarty's target is not you? Vita, Moriarty's not like that. He's genuinely helping us to fight the Honkai beasts. You. I see. Just like fledglings, in your subconsciousness, if someone shows you friendly gestures, they can be a bad guy. Vita, how can you say that? We don't have a choice, and if necessary, we'll turn to the last resort. As he spoke, he touched the key on his chest. You probably don't know how the artifact works, but I can see you're not ready to budge. Well then, there's no point talking anymore. Make way. We're going after Moriarty, and you can't stop Fu Hua. Vita, do we really have to come to this? I see. Come through, Vita and Fu Hua. Vita was right. We can't put all our faith in Moriarty. So, making sure the artifact can be activated is our top priority. Never mind. Okay, let's go. Say hello to encompassing, voracious, disciplined, and erudite for me. I heard your friend design and build this ship. So you knew. I've looked at the record left behind by the Ark, and I'm truly curious about... How does it feel, having lived tens of thousands of years? To be honest, it doesn't feel like anything. It's pointless on its own. Every day is new, and all the yesterdays have left their mark on my life. I don't have to reflect on them intentionally. You care so little about your life. Of course not. It's just... To someone that doesn't know me well, that's how it'll seem. After all, the purpose of life doesn't concern the past or the future or the existence of anything. The only thing matters is whether I can live in the present with a peaceful mind. Well, what if you're a hopeless bad guy? Think about it. If your purpose has nothing to do with anything, no one can stop you when you mean to do something bad, right? It was once a possibility, but not now. Because you made special friends whose lives are just as long as yours and whose powers could also match yours. You know everything. Why ask? Yeah, I can imagine. Only that's not my style. Let's go see that Moriarty. Yes, drive your fist into his fake smile. Let me see him soaking his own tears. It'll be quite a sight. Moriarty. Standing before the gate of the Forbidden Ground, Moriarty stared at the huge ark standing tall, as if a gardener watching her garden. He turned around on hearing the footsteps. After identifying the visitors, he wore a surprised look, which then turned into a smile and a nod at Fuhua. The great detective came back, of course. But you shouldn't have. This is the crime scene, the grand show before the climax. You came prematurely for the stage. I've just swept it clean. The stage. A pretty doll in the showcase thinks he's good enough to be a director just because he's observed a few visitors. Moriarty didn't speak. He stared at Vita with overflowing emotions in his eyes. Long time no see. It's my first time talking to an exhibit. Surprise to you, right? Or have you forgotten who I am? Forgotten? How could I? I've been struggling to wipe your disgusting face from my mind for every second since you took me here. And even that is a huge understatement. To be precise, allow me to reference the arc for an analogy. Suppose during the millennial journey of the arc, our beautiful painter has to stay awake forever. What would she have turned into? The universe is a great void billions of times more expansive than an ocean. You put someone into it, they'd be subjected to solitude that's harsher than death. And if you convert the infinity of space into that of time, then you begin to know how it feels to be a pretty doll in the showcase. The exhibits in the museum are still conscious. That can't be helped. They're projections after all. Shutting down their minds would only make them perish in the showcase. Besides, when I first saw him, he was dissolving in the sea of quanta and crying for help at me. I freed you from the ill fate and gave you a second life. In the end, you repay me with hate and disdain. If I knew you hated your life so much, I would let you rot and spare myself the trouble. Vita, you. See? In her eyes, mortals are worthless. I can only hurt her family to make her feel pain. Elegant, passionate, a bit rash but always well liked. My old friend, take a look at her. Did you see a shred of elegance or passion? Guess you've never seen a girl being mad. How I pity you. I always stay true to myself apologetically. That's me. Wait, come to think about it. I did mistreat you once. Sorry, I was busy working and forgot that. After so many years, have I given you a name? You! Moriarty! My name is Moriarty. Moriarty? Just as before. I guess it works. If I knew you could stir up such a trouble, I should have placed you in a bigger showcase. You! Talk all you want behind the great detective. The show is about to reach climax. You'll learn soon enough who is a clown on stage. Really, it's alright. I love a good show no matter who's on stage. Only, I don't see even one actor or actress I like on stage. You're not referring to my replicates, are you? What's so funny? As you just said, do you really think so? As far as I know, to truly know someone, you don't listen to what they have said, but what they are yet to say. So, did you really fail to see the paradox? When I sent your family onto the stage, you did show up in front of me. Is this the climate you prepared for us? It's very trite, to be honest. Trite? No matter. You will soon be pleased with this play. Can you give me a break? You talk about them all the time and Fu Hua is getting sick. Right, Fu Hua? For a magnum opus, proper warm-up is necessary. But the time has almost come. I believe you'll be able to appreciate the climax of the show very soon. Nothing. I'm only restoring the original functions of these not-so-handy toys. What? Were the Paradise Wardens not designed to protect phosphorus? Protect phosphorus, indeed. After you broke into the Forbidden Ground and enabled me to take over them through the remaining nexus of the old artifact, I found a very interesting feature module. Annihilate all living organisms indiscriminately. You mean to activate the sweep feature? As a matter of fact, it was already turned on, precisely the moment when they attacked you. Which is to say, I'm not controlling them to attack you, they're just attacking everyone indiscriminately. Well, when we set our eyes on phosphorus, when the trust in the system suddenly attack, how will our dear representatives feel? Surprised? Painful? Incredulous? Such a shame I can't see it in person. Moriarty observed the reactions of the two and smiled with satisfaction. Of course, judging from your reaction, just like I assumed, the artifact would make things very interesting after being activated. I'm dying to find out. Sorry to disappoint you. You came right on time, Grisil. Sorry, patrolling the city and making sure there are no monsters left behind took longer than expected. Hua, I hope I didn't come too late.